English is a global language. Nowadays, we all want to speak it because it has become our need. It has become the need of the time. It has become the demand of the time, right? So if someone is really interested to learn it, it can be learned easily. But the question is how we can learn it. How? Think. Let's have some directions. So hello everyone, this is KRISHNENDU and you are watching me on Let's Start with KRISHNENDU. And today here I am with a new topic and I am about to discuss how we can learn English easily. And I am going to show you the methods by following which you can learn English easily and effectively. So get the ball rolling. There are 5 components of English language and you have to practice all of them in order to become fluent in English. And these are listening, speaking, reading, writing, and the most important thing, thinking. So these 5 components we must have to learn, or we must have to know about these 5 components. So number 1, listening. Listening is an art, and to become a good speaker you must have to be a good listener. If you cannot become a good listener, you cannot become a good speaker. So every day you have to try to listen to something. If you want to speak English fluently, or if you want to speak English properly, first the thing which you have to do, try to grow a habit of listening something. Listening means that you have to listen to song, you have to listen to news, you have to listen anything, but that should have to be in English. A good listener is always a good speaker. In order to become a good speaker, you have to be a good listener first. I would like to give you an example that the people who are actually dumb means those who cannot speak, right? Do you know what is the actual reason? Actually, they are deaf. That means they cannot listen. The thing is, if we don't have any concept about anything, if we don't have any concept about any language, how can we produce, right? So, if I want to learn the language English, I have to listen to it first. The way we learn Bengali, to learn Bengali or to learn Hindi, we never go to any school first. We don't go to any district library to read books. We listen first. After that, we speak. So here, the same thing is required, listening. So try to be a good listener first. Listen every day. If you are a master in it, definitely you are going to be a good speaker. The second one is speaking. To speak, you have to speak. English cannot be learned in Bengali. English cannot be learned in Hindi. So if you want to speak English, if you want to have the fluency in English, you have to speak daily. You have to speak every day. So you people may think that if I speak English, I will do many mistakes. So friends, here I would like to tell you one thing, that if you don't do mistakes, you cannot learn. And if you are waiting for that day, that means if you are thinking that I will speak English that day when my English will be very much improved, my English will be very good. So my dear friends, that day will never come in your life. So the first thing which you have to do, you have to start with your broken English. You have to start with your wrong English. And here you have to start speaking. Now you can speak to your friends, you can speak to your family members, you can speak to yourself. And for that, the most effective thing, mirror practice. You can stand in front of the mirror and therefore you can take any topic and can speak. And this thing is the most effective thing which can help you in your journey. My friends, mistakes are very common. In the journey, mistakes will be there. Without mistakes, we cannot have the perfect thing, right? So don't worry about doing mistakes. Go ahead. I would like to share a small story. You all may have heard about it, or you all may have read about it. It is very common, I think. Once a person has gone to a police station, and unfortunately the police, the person who was there, the officer in charge, he did not know Bengali, and the person who went to there with a certain problem, he was a Bengali. So when he was told to submit his problem, he said like this, that cutting the baser bera, ঢুকিং the chore, taking everything, bhagging from the door. And then the officer in charge asked that, what is baser bera? And then he replied like this, sam bambu khara khara, sam bambu arara, mach khate perek mara, that is called baser bera. So if your English is not so much strong, so you can practice like this. I'm not saying that this way you will speak somewhere English, but yes, you can start like this, right? At least you have to gather the courage first to speak. So first of all, gather the courage, be confident gradually, and after that you will be ready to face the world, right? That's it. Now the next thing is reading. To be a good speaker, reading is also important. So here I would like to suggest you that every day read something aloud. You should read something loudly. And I will not say that read 2 pages, 10 pages, 12 pages. I must say that until and unless you are not feeling bored, until and unless you are not feeling that that's all, I will suggest read till then. And that may be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if you like 30 minutes. But yes, the process is you have to read aloud. Okay, and this is not that you have to, again I am telling you that you have to read 2 pages or 10 pages. You may read 1 page, okay. But the thing is, you have to read everything. You have to take it as a part of your life. Now you may read a storybook, you may read English newspaper, you may read anything from Google, but there should be something in your list from where you will read. And don't try to remember whatever you are reading. Don't try to remember, just try to understand first, and I believe that whenever you will need those things, they will help you. And once if you understand, no need to remember, automatically it will come, right? Okay, so now the next is writing. In reading part, whatever you will read, you have to try to use those in your writing section. For example, if you are reading 2 pages or 4 pages or 10 pages, so from there try to collect few sentences which are grammatically correct and try to write those. If you need, you can take the help of dictionary, you can find out the meaning. And this way you should maintain a notebook where you will write all those new words, all those new sentences. And one more thing I would like to tell you, that you should not try to remember these things in words. You should try to remember the whole sentence. And if you are learning any word, any particular word, if you are learning, you should try to form a sentence. Fine. You can use a word in a sentence. It will be in your mind for long. So every day, whatever you are reading, try to collect few sentences and try to note those, and gradually try to keep or store those in your mind. Now the last one, thinking. And I believe that thinking is the most important part in speaking. Thinking plays a very vital role in speaking, because whatever you can think, you can speak. If you can't think something, you cannot speak. For example, right now, if you say that tell me something about me, right now I cannot tell a single line about you. I know Bangla, I know Hindi, I know English, but here I will not be capable to say a single line about you, because I don't know anything about you, because I don't have any concept about you, because I am unable to think anything about you. I think this example is very much sufficient to show it that if we want to speak anything, we have to think. Now if we cannot think, we cannot speak. So start thinking. Try to have thought as much as possible. Try to have thought as fast as possible. Because if your thinking process is not fast, it will not be easier for you to speak English. if you want to speak English properly, fluently, and without any hesitation and without any problem. So therefore, the way you have to train your brain, that your brain will be capable to think something certainly and directly in English. So try to make your thinking process faster. Yes, everything takes time. It also will take time. But start. Don't think about tomorrow. Start it right now. You can do this all the time. While eating, while sleeping, while drinking, while walking, while running, all the time you can do this. Always try to keep your brain, keep your mind engaged in thinking. Practice, practice, practice. Everyday practice. And if once it becomes your habit, it will start coming automatically. Then no one can stop it. So if you think you can do it, you can do it. No one except you can do this. Right? Believe in yourself. All power is within you. So I hope this video will be helpful for all of you. But whatever I am saying, you have to try to apply. You are your best teacher. You are your best guide. It is only you who can help you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you liked today's video. And one more thing, it is the best time to learn as we are going through such corona situations. So I think it is the best time to learn. Don't misuse the time, don't waste the time. Take it as an opportunity. So as I say every time, if you want to have it, you have to love it. Love it to have it. That's all for today. So hope we will meet again in our next video. Till then, be happy, keep smiling, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon.